Come with me this morning and we've got a little 2-litre Audi A3 in for, well, it's a bit of a Friday fail really. Car has broken down, dumped all its water, suspected water pump failure because he did smell a little bit of burning. So first thing we need to do is get all this out of the way. Now we've got all the timing covers off, look at the state of this belt. That is as slack as anything. Now I can see why the customer said it was smelling, absolutely stinking. We've got something seized down there, whether it be a tensioner, water pump. I'm going to guess water pump anyway. Let's carry on and get it stripped down. Now we've got the car in the air with all the belly panels off. We need to remove the alternator belt. How I do it, grab on the bottom, get yourself a little pin, slot it in the tensioner. We can just pull the belt off, as simple as that. Now we've got the vehicle back down. We need to get a jack, block of wood underneath the sump, and then we can just remove these engine mounts. Now we've got all the timing covers off, we can clearly see that it is quite messy down there, and the water pump has seized solid. Now we're going to be timing this engine up. That one is to hold the fuel pump pulley so we can slacken the centre bolt off because it does need to be slack. The centre nut, and we can lock the crank with this tool here. We're just going to check first just to see if the timing is out, whether it has jumped to tough or not. These cars will run if there's a tough out or not. So anyway, let's get timing up. As you can see, I've got the fuel pump timing pin in, the camshaft timing pin in, and the crankshaft pin is just out ever so slightly, but that's just going to be the condition of the belt and the pulleys. And that is the fuel pump slackened off beautifully. And then we'll move round to the camshaft pulley, remove the little T30 fully out of the pulley, so you can allow this holding tool to slide fully into the camshaft, and we can just slacken it off. Then we can get a 15mm on the tensioner, slacken it off, and we can get this belt removed. Now we've got the belt off. Now if there's ever a day where the customer is going to go and put the lottery ticket on, it is today. Have a look at this. I don't know if you can see. Tensioner seized, water pump seized, and the idler down there has seized solid. We've only got one little roller that's actually moving free. Dear me. Now before we get all carried away fitting the new timing belt, we need to make sure all this is like brand new, even the pulleys, and go around them and get all the melted timing belt like residue off it. Should just scrape out. Now that we've got everything looking like brand new and all the pulleys are back on, make sure that they are fully clockwise, the fuel pump and the camshaft pulley, and as you put your belt on, go crankshaft, water pump, fuel pump, camshaft, down your tensioner, and as you're tensioning it up, the pulleys will just turn ever so slightly. And the belt we're using is not that one because that's the old one, it's a dayco one. Now we've got the belt on, you can see the tensioner now, got a 6mm Allen key, and as you rotate it, you should see this pulley and that pulley moving. Try my best to get it video for you. We can get that tensioner bob on the mark by there, and we can get that torqued up to 20 Newton meters and 45 degrees. Now let's get the camshaft pulley torqued up to 100 Newton meters. Now the fuel pump, which is 95 Newton meters. Now everything's timed up and torqued up correctly, we can just literally pull our timing pins out and we can get that engine turned over by hand. Once we made sure that everything is tickety-boo and all our lines are perfect as it should be, there's only one thing to do, and that is get it built back together. Now it is all back together, we've got a vacuum and refill system on it. Let's just get some nice fresh antifreeze back in it. Now it's all back together, literally let's get on the key and give it a big start. Look, it's running. And there you have it, that is one very lucky customer. Could have gone the opposite way and smashed the engine to bits. But anyway, just got to put this wheel on now. We're going to get it right up to temperature, make sure we've got no air in the system, make sure the fans are cutting on, take it for a test drive, and yeah, we are going to get it sent.